What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So look, y'all, I watch a lot of the interviews on the Art of Dialogue YouTube channel. I think the name is the Art of Dialogue. Yeah, I watch it. I watch a lot of those interviews, and a lot of times he has people on there that was around Tupac Shakur, around Notorious B.I.G., and he asks questions about Pac a lot, about Death Row, about Biggie, so on and so forth. And I found a lot of those interviews interesting because you get to hear the perspective of individuals who were around these people during the time they were making such great music, and so many iconic things were occurring. And so when I'm listening to these interviews, man, it's for real. And I'm a huge Pac fan for sure, right? I love Pac. I was just listening to Two of America's Most Wanted. I love the way him and Snoop was going back and forth. And I always say, who had the better verse? But when Pac say, and they wonder how I live, what he say, with 5 shots, niggas be hard to kill on my block. I like that sealed it for me, right? But anyway, so look, and my name is Machiavelli Mills. My name is Malcolm. My homies call me Mac, right? And Machiavelli is homage to Tupac, but it really, for real, y'all really want to be truthful for real. I get my name Machiavelli from the fact that I was a big fan of Boss Don Bigavelli, Max B, right? And so my name was Max, so I put the Machiavelli at the end. Really, that was inspired from Max B, because I'm a huge Max B fan as well, for sure, right? But anyway, I hear people talking about Pac, man, and this is what... Me being a big fan of Pac, I can be honest. Pac made a lot of bad decisions. A lot of bad decisions. Pac was very emotional. In some ways, that was good for him when it came to making music, when it came to speaking on behalf of black people at times, for sure. He poured his heart and soul into the content he created, which is why it's still timeless to this day, right? Which is why when you still hear these songs, you get a certain feeling in your body, on your soul, on your spirit when you hear it. When I listen to that All Eyes on Me album, something is like, man, that album, y'all, like it invigorates something in my soul. But at the same time, he was so emotional that it got him into a lot of situations he didn't need to be in. He inserted himself in stuff where it made certain situations worse than what it had to be. And I can admit that as a Pac fan. A lot of people don't want to admit that, and they make excuses for a lot of the things that Pac did that was wrong. Right? A lot of the things. They got an excuse for every single thing. And I'm like, nah, brother, it's certain things he did that was not okay. Like, for real. And I talk about it, and I think, I think him being so emotional, I think that played a part in his untimely death, for real. Being too emotional, not thinking things through, and making certain bad decisions. And the people around Pac don't want to admit that. People always say, oh, he was young. You got to think Death Row came and got him out of jail. And ooh, I hear what you're saying, bro. But if that was me doing that, y'all would say I was silly. I made foolish decisions. I made bad decisions. And that's what happened. You know, that's what ultimately caused my untimely demise. That's not speaking bad on Pac, because I love Pac, for real. But I can also be truthful about certain situations that occurred. Listen, I told y'all right now, let's just say I'm going to play devil's advocate with y'all. Let's say I'm an artist that's making music. Lil Durk and them signed me, right? Durk want to get me, and I'm an artist making music. I'm in jail or whatever, or I'm down on my luck or whatever in some situation. Lil Durk and OTF get me out of the situation I'm in, right? They signed me to the label. I'm making music with them. Durk giving me verses. He rapping verses on my songs with me. I'm doing songs with Duty Low. I'm doing songs with Vaughn at the time. I'm doing songs with Coke Killer Cole too. Coke Killer is fire, if y'all ain't never heard of him. But anyway, I'm doing songs with all these different individuals, right? We making good music, we making money. And they got beef with some other individuals. some other street dudes in Chicago. And just because they got beef with them, I try to inherit that beef. That would be foolish of me. And let's say I'm out and I'm with my OTF chain on or something like that. Somebody get their OTF chain snatched or something, and because I'm down with the rap label, I go up and just bust off a dude and try to stomp him out that OTF got problems with. Bro, brothers are gonna kill me after that, bro. Them brothers is not like, these brothers is not playing. Cause now they the other side probably leaving me alone because they like, oh no, Malcolm, he ain't got nothing to do with what we got going on with Dirk and all of that. But if I insert myself in it, oh, for sure, they go like, okay, he want to be in it, let's get it. And anything that happens after that is fair game. To be real with you, and it is as hurtful as it is, because we lost Pac, a tremendous spirit, a tremendous artist, a tremendous a tremendous voice for youth and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's gonna happen. I bust off and whoop on and stomp on and jump on a dude who is a known killer, who is like that in the streets. That's gonna come back to me. I'm saying with OTF, I go bust off a member from the opposite side. What, they finna get on my head, and it's not gonna be pretty. Cause for one, they're gonna be like, I know this rapping dude ain't trying to insert himself in the first. One, they gonna feel violated. This dude ain't even no street dude, or he just a rap, like, you know what I'm saying? Or even if he got a certain spirit in him, you could be not street and still have a warrior spirit. But they like, listen, hold on, he's an entertainer. He's not in the lane I'm in. I got to get him back. And that's how gang members' mindset think. That's where their mindset goes. I gotta get him back. He ain't embarrassing me like that. Hell no. Not letting it ride. So that, to me, him stomping out Orlando, that was not smart. That was really, really a reckless decision. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, and people make excuses for it. Oh, he would Death Row got him out of this, and he was young. Listen, y'all, brother was like 25. Like, if I would have done it at 25, people would have called me so silly, so foolish, so crazy. You know, so like that was not a good decision to do that. And it's okay to say that. The old Pac, you gotta understand, Pac was this, Pac was that, and he was this and he was that, and it's always a reason for every single thing he's doing. Brothers love, and I understand the admiration for Pac. Brothers love Pac so much. They try to defend the character Bishop that he played in Juice. What the fuck? Wasn't shit good about that character at all. But because Pac played it, oh, Bishop wasn't really a street dude. He was just a kid trying to survive. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, but people love Pac so much, they try to excuse everything associated with him. Certain things, they be like, oh, Big Nim was dissing on them songs. Man, Pac came out. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Right? That's disrespectful as a mom. I don't care if you did it, not disrespectful as hell. And say you had sex with the man, wife, all my fofo, make sure all y'all kids don't grow. That intensified the war in certain ways, right? Now some people really believe, oh, Big Nim had that done to him or whatever. Listen, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't believe that, but you know what I'm saying? But the way certain things Pac did escalated certain situations and made things worse than what it had to be. Then it's okay to admit that he was emotional. He led with his emotions. And that's not always good for a man to do, lead with his emotions in every single situation. Sometimes it puts you in a worse situation than what you need to be. Right? And my father, that's something my dad taught me, right? That's why I think sometimes, man, it's very pivotal for men to learn, young men to learn from other men, because they can kind of guide you on how to rein yourself in when it comes to certain things emotionally, so you don't act off impulse, right? And my father was always good at that. Pac really had nobody there to rein him in on his emotions. They just went along with everything he did. Everything. Because he was Pac. And they were so in love with that spirit, that the music he made and all of that, and I guess the position that he helped put people in, they let stuff ride. And certain things that he did, it ultimately led to his demise in certain ways. But people are afraid to say that because they feel like, oh, you talking bad on Pac. Nah, we can be for real. We can love Pac as a legend and still acknowledge that, hey, it was certain things he did that made certain matters worse. For real. Let me tell y'all something. If I get on a song saying I F somebody's wife, starting a song like that, my fofo, make sure all your kids don't grow, it's going to incite violence in a major way. In a major way. The same way I just told y'all if I was signing OTF and I bust off, if I steal off one of the opposing, somebody on the opposite side. There's real gangbangers. That's really like that. It's really cutthroat. What? Brothers will kill me. And you gotta understand, and again, I'm not giving it a pass of making it seem like it's acceptable for you to somebody to take a life, right? But some brothers are willing to take it to that extreme when they've been violated or felt like they've been embarrassed or humiliated in a way, right? But everybody around Pac always got a reason for what he did. No, I can love somebody and say, with love, I love my brother. He meant everything to me. He shouldn't have done that. He should have handled that differently. He should have went about that a different way. Everybody around him got every excuse for all of it. Oh my God, you gotta understand, it was because of this, and Puffy said this, and it was kind of like, we didn't know, and we heard this, and we heard that. Some brothers moving off hearsay at times, like, it gets shifty between the lines when it comes to certain situations. You know what I'm saying? I even heard, there's this thing about people always giving Snoop flack. Oh, Snoop jealous of Pac. He wanted to be Pac. Oh, Snoop is this. Snoop wish he was Pac. He wish he was that. He wish he was this. Oh, he apologizing. He don't want no war with Biggie. He wasn't a rider. He didn't want no war with Bad Boy like he was supposed to. Pac wanted him to be a rider. He wanted him to be this. And I say that. To that, I say this, man. Snoop is one of the most recognizable names in the world. Not off of he sold his soul to be this and be that. He kept his career going. And he strategically knew how to handle certain beefs at times, right? Him not going way overboard in certain situations may be the reason why he's still alive and thriving to this day. Look at everybody around Death Row. Certain things that happen to certain people in Death Row. Who was leading with that menacing thing. Now, granted, Snoop was in a situation with a murder, right? After that, I think the brother saw that and say, man, listen, I'm going to respond when I'm disrespected, but I got to handle it a certain way. And he's still alive to this day, thriving. A lot of individuals that was around in Death Row, brothers went to jail, brothers got in trouble, brothers lost a lot of things, brothers passed away, all of that. So to me, Snoop played it smart, man. Oh, he jealous of the love pocket. Nah, man, that brother Snoop get more love than a little bit. He getting all type of endorsements. All of that, man. And people always try to act like Snoop ain't shit and he would never shit of a rapper, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Doggy Style is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Okay? Like, and you only good at, man, listen. Snoop got timeless tracks. If he did it versus against anybody, I guarantee you he's holding his own. More than holding his own. Timeless songs. And it ain't just the production, the hook, whatever. Snoop has a flow that's uncanny. A voice that's recognizable anywhere. That's smooth, like butter on your ears on the track. So, in the same way Pac had a charisma about himself and on songs, so on and so forth. But I don't like people trying to discredit Snoop in order to big up Pac. Like, oh, Snoop ain't shit. Like, bro, come on. Like, knock it off. Knock it the fuck off, for real. So, people, like I told you, people have this love affair with Pac that they will just, I'm talking about, excuse anything he did. It's okay to say the brother made bad decisions and he could have done things in a different way. That don't mean you hate him. That don't mean you just don't care for him. Nothing like that. You just being honest and being real about the situation, man. And sometimes we need that from individuals, man. That's just how I feel about it. Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the video in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell your baby mama's cousin on your daddy's side to come subscribe to this channel. I'm out. Peace.